there's a guy that wears a Braves uniform that's a villain in my eyes, especially now. It's not necessarily his fault, but it's the X-Platform question of the day. Who is your favorite sports villain, with John Cena finally turning heel? Finally, it happened over the weekend.
Well, I've got a theory on all of this. I'll tell you what it is later on. Listen, you know me. I pretend I don't know anything about it. I know what's happening.
He set the internet afire. First 12 hours, all of the WWE platforms had 104 million views with John Cena doing what he did.
And the World Wide Web crashed. The entire world of the internet crashed because of this.
Attacks Cody Rhodes, a Lassiter grad, the state champion from Lassiter High School.
I think I think I know what the storyline is going to be based upon what it is I saw.
All right, so that is up there. And in my eyes, Sean Murphy is a villain. Sean Murphy, it's always going to be something with him. In case you haven't heard the news, he is now going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. He got hit by a pitch on Friday. He cracked his left rib, so it was the oblique to start last year. And if he plays like garbage this year, this will be the built-in excuse. This one's a swing and a miss, folks. They missed on Sean Murphy, and they have to pay him a lot of money. Now, the good news is my guy, Drake Baldwin, is most likely going to get a shot now, an extended shot to be the starting catcher to open the season. But if I never see Sean Murphy in a Braves uniform again, I know I'm speaking very, very emotionally right now.
Sure.
But that's how I feel.
Sure. You do know he got hit with a baseball.
If I never see him again, it'll be too soon.
I know.
Because he played like garbage the second half of his first year. Last year he got hurt. That was his built-in excuse. He talked about it at the start of spring training this year. And this year, when he plays like garbage again, this will be his built-in excuse.
I think there are some people who want to be talked off the ledge right now. You don't, so I'm not going to waste my breath. I'm just going to say this.
I've had it with him.
I'm just going to say this. You are going to see him again in a Braves uniform.
Because he's making $15 million.
So between now and 4 weeks and now and 6 weeks, I don't know what's going to dissipate and what isn't. You're a race car in the red right now on a Monday morning.
I was a race car in the red coming in, and now I'm really a race car in the red.
Well, for about 9 different reasons. I think I heard 7 of them. My thing with you is when I hear 7 of them, there's 2 more reasons why you're like this today. The Sean Murphy, it's like we say, he's paying the price. I think there was other stuff going on. I think there was some stuff going on out there. I think there was stuff before you got here. I don't know if your wife picked bad vegetables or fruits again. I don't know if you ran out of fake peanut butter when you made your sandwich this morning.
The emails are down, and I can't fix my emails, and I need to get my emails. I'm a creature of habit. I got to check my emails, and they're all down, the station emails.
Who's emailing you that it's so important?
Well, something on the other side of the building may be emailed to me, and if I miss it, it doesn't happen on the air, and somehow I get blamed. That's just how my mind works, sir.
I've been here 12 years. I haven't seen one email from the other side of the building.
And then I got the guy, Jason Gorman, from sales, who cheats in golf, walking over and telling us about Sean Murphy. And I yelled at Jason Gorman. He was just a conduit, but I yelled at Jason Gorman.
Yeah, I know who you are on a Monday. You're going to see Sean Murphy again. The good news is you won't see him for 4 to 6 weeks, and out of sight, out of mind, and then he'll play, and then he won't hit, and then he'll say, I'm just trying to get back from the rib thing.
This trade was a bust, folks. I'm going to say it right now. When you look at what William Contreras has done in Milwaukee, if they had to do it all over again, they wouldn't touch Sean Murphy with a 10-foot pole, because he's given you, aside from that first half of his first season, he's given you nothing. Nothing.
The other part
offensively and defensively.
The other part is
nothing.
Langeliers.
Well, that was a part of the Matt Olson deal. That one I get.
No. Hold on. You had to make a choice. You could have said no to Langeliers in the deal. Now, maybe they would have said no to Matt Olson. I don't know, but I'm just telling you, you've had 2 catchers walk out the door, and the guy that walked in, who you gave a contract extension to, has not played good baseball. And one man's problem was another man's opportunity. Drake Baldwin, welcome back to the big field. Now he gets to go to the big field for the next couple of weeks.
I said he was going to hit his way onto the roster. I didn't foresee this happening, but Drake Baldwin is going to be a major leaguer. Most likely he's going to be the starter. Now, yesterday afternoon, as Casey Stern was on the air, he happened to talk to Mark Bowman, our friend from MLB.com, about, never mind the defense, but the offense of Drake Baldwin.
Well, the one thing I'll jump out, Drake Baldwin had a 3-hit game the other day. He had an opposite field double against the Pirates. What we've seen from these early at-bats is this guy is going to hit at the big league level. At what point in time is he a big league catcher? We'll see. But at the same time, I think that's one thing that jumps out. Yeah, is he doing some of this against minor league pitchers? Yeah. Is he doing this against a big league pitcher who's making his first start? Yeah. As you said, try not to make too much of it, but what he's doing just with the bat is just adding to the excitement that some of these guys are saying, hey, look, this is legit stuff. This is not just some, prospect talk. He did some impressive things at AAA last year. What point in time we'll see that here at the big leagues, whether it's this year or next year, I don't know, but he's a guy to get excited about.
Well, it's going to be this year. It's going to be Drake Baldwin and Chadwick Tromp unless they make another move.
Right.
Those are going to be your catchers. So we talked about avoiding injuries. Well, lo and behold, Sean Murphy hurt again.
Well, Drake Baldwin is one of the few hitting prospects that the Braves we've heard about and they're talking about. Now, I'm a little bit surprised at Mark Bowman at the very beginning of that. He's going to hit at the big league level. You don't know that. Come on. I mean, listen,
that's just his opinion. That's all.
I know. He's been around way too long. I don't know what he's going to do. You don't know what he's going to do. Look, is he a prospect? Yes. Is he a prospect behind the plate? Great. Because those guys are really valuable. You saw it in trade chips. If you get a catcher that you're set on and he's blocking a guy or two, you can use them in trades that are supposed to work to your favor. Have they? I don't believe, though, that a guy is going to hit at the major league level until he hits at the major league level. That's me. Let's not make him out to be Adley Rutschman before all of a sudden anybody in the major league saw him. I'm just a little bit cautious about that. Here's the good news. He gets to settle his water. He gets to now sort of go to bed at night knowing, I think I'm going to San Diego. I think I'm going to Los Angeles.
That's where they open the season. 4 in San Diego, 3 in Los Angeles.
And if the math plays out, I'm going to actually play here once we come home after that 7-game West Coast road trip. He goes to bed knowing that. I like that. Whether he has to go back down or not. Again, remember, Sean Murphy, you're going to see him. I know that you don't ever want to see him again.
I know I will, but I don't.
Right, but you're going to.
I know, but I don't.
And then what if your guy gets sent down? What are you going to do then? Then you're going to be pissy again. I mean, you really are.
Well, Drake Baldwin, I don't know what he's going to be right away. Drake Baldwin is still feeling his way through the major league level. He's never been there before.
Carries himself well, seems mature. He's not a kid. He's not 20 years old.
But I don't need to see for an extended period of time Kurt Casale, Sandy Leon, and Chadwick Tromp catching. I don't need to see that for an extended period of time or anybody else they're going to pull off the scrap heap. I would like to see Drake Baldwin take advantage of this opportunity. My fingers are crossed.
We will find out if he's told that because Brian Snitker today is going to have to answer, what do you plan on doing now with Drake Baldwin? Is he here, as in making the open day roster, or are you going to go with one of those veteran guys and let him go catch every day down in the minor league still? Like, we're assuming he's going to be here because we've heard his name before.
It's the assumption, but you're right. A guy like Sandy Leon, who's got championship experience in a Red Sox uniform, who Drake Baldwin said really he learned from down to AAA last year. Maybe he's the guy. I don't know, to open up the season. But what have we talked about? What has everybody talked about? This team, and you could say it about every team. I understand that. But this team really needs to stay healthy. And lo and behold, here we go.
May I? If you were going to pick in order who you wanted and needed to stay healthy. The problem for Sean Murphy is, the problem for me as a Braves fan is, he's lower on that list than he should be. Because when you got him, I would have said, whoa, this guy is a key to this whole thing. It's a key to the whole thing. I got a couple of guys on the staff who've never thrown in the major leagues and a couple who've thrown just a couple of innings in the major leagues. You know what Sean Murphy is? A really good defensive catcher. He's a veteran. He knows how to run the room. He's now in an organization that wins, which means, quite honestly, in theory, his game should be elevated. The fact that Sean Murphy is as low as he is on my list of who do I need to stay healthy, that's problematic. It's
problematic in and of itself for a number of different reasons. Our spring training coverage here of the Braves on your flagship for Braves Baseball, The Fan, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Braves, Howard Brothers, and Subaru of Gwinnett.
I don't want to be a typical sports talk host. I really don't, because we try to avoid it. I put up a video of a plane landing at night on Twitter this weekend.
I saw that.
Okay. I will go back to, because everybody has had this conversation, not once, not twice, 3, 5 times, whether you're not drinking or whether you're drinking. Somehow the issue of could you land a plane in an emergency? I've never known a man who hasn't been asked that question. Maybe women ask it of each other. I'm just not in on those conversations.
No, they're not as stupid as we are. They don't have those kind of stupid conversations.
Well, no, the stupidity is when you, without a doubt, say sober or drunk. Of course I could. I put this video up. I don't want to be a sports talk host, but like that plane thing, I broke a rib and I was at this chair the next day. I broke 2 ribs, and I was in this chair the next day. I was working. What's going on with Murphy? He doesn't want to work? I'm just asking.
You do sound like Joe, sports talk host now.
And by the way, go look at it.
You didn't want to, but you do.
Go look at it at Chris Dimino. You couldn't land a plane. Oh, they land themselves. Okay, the problem would be I couldn't even tell where the airport was. I couldn't see the runways.
Based on the video you put up, I just saw a bunch of lights. It was like I was
those are
at,
buildings.
Yeah, it was like I was looking at a Christmas tree from afar, and as you said, those are buildings, not Christmas trees.
Let me go land it here. Oh, that's a building. Let me go. Oh, that's a building.
And at that point, once you realize it's a building, it's too late.
So, of course it is.
And you're talking about now a guy that catches. You're talking about a guy that got hurt. He hurt his oblique, as we all know, last year, and he said it set him back. So who knows what's going to happen this year. But like I said, as of right now, and the card could be subject to change, this trade was a bust. This one was the one that Alex missed on more so than any other trade.
Yeah, because the extension happened as well. And you just said, okay, he's our catcher for the next whatever amount of years.
And
you
Contreras hit 30-plus home runs.
You got rid of 2 guys that, again, he would have been blocking. Contreras is not a good defensive catcher. Nobody seems to mind. Langeliers, well, he's not really an offensive guy. He hit a bunch of home runs.
29 last year, to be exact.
Yeah, for who?
The A's.
Yeah. Did they win a lot of games?
No.
He must have enjoyed being a big leaguer then. Because if you're ever going to jake it, Oakland would have been a place to jake it. I don't know if you know, they're not in Oakland anymore.
But they're not the Sacramento A's.
They're not. You refer to them as Oakland.
I will do exactly that.
May I try one more thing with you before we get out of this first segment?
Sure.
Why are you upset about this? You should actually be upbeat. You're not going to see Sean Murphy for 4 to 6 weeks.
It's just the fact that it's always something with this guy. I'm just still aggravated that he's here, and he shouldn't be here. There's nothing I can do about it, but it doesn't give me any solace. You know what I mean? He's still here.
I am more than half a cynic. I am a 7/8 of a bottle, sometimes totally empty guy. I turn to my father. You don't have to deal with Sean Murphy going out to San Diego and throwing up a couple of 0 for 4s in a row.
Yeah, but here's the issue. And you said it. He's going to be back.
Yeah.
This is going to be the excuse now. He's the excuse guy. Well, if not for this, if not for that. That's who Sean Murphy is.
Just enjoy the West Coast without him. That's all I'm telling you.
Did some sales guy say something to you today? Like, what's happened?
No. I'm not. We're the show of honesty. I might get into a little bit later. I'm just going to tell you, if you think this is just Sean Murphy, it's not.
No, you're right. I know some. And this producer, it's all my fault, actually. I have to take blame.
It's partly your fault.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring him off the ledge because we got 2 hours and whatever minutes.
How's it his fault? What did he do? He didn't do anything.
Producer. I mean, we take the blunt. I get it. That's part of the job.
I'm also sorry. I don't know what I did, but I am also sorry.
Behind the glass, it's our fault.
A lot of sorry people around here.
Well, because this is how you get it. It's 11:15 on a Monday, and people are afraid this is what the week is going to be.
No, the week will not be like this. This was just the cherry on top of the different Monday morning.
Just one of them freak things.
Did Matt Egger produce the show right before this?
He did.
So that's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about. I know, you know. No one else. I'm just telling you. Just let it be. No Sean Murphy in San Diego and Los Angeles. Let's see what happens.
Who's going to be the catcher? It seems like Drake Baldwin will get that opportunity. The Braves also signed a veteran reliever, Hector Neris, to a non-roster deal. Split time last year between the Cubs and the Astros. 35 years old. He's a warm body, 4.10 ERA. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what he can do as a non-roster invitee. Yeah. And we'll see if any other veteran catchers now come into the organization with Sean Murphy being out for a while.
You still need to fill up an entire staff down in the minor leagues. Whether who's here or not, I don't know if you know this. This is not like, I don't know, football. You put them in a practice squad. No, we're going to play games at AA and AAA. So I'm going to need guys because guys are going to get hurt. And those guys need to pitch before a guy gets hurt. Right. So then they can come up maybe and pitch here.
And the Braves do play at 105 this afternoon. You can hear that game on ESPN 103.7 and the Fan app and 680thefan.com. All absolutely free. They pound the Yankees on FanDuel. You watched the game perhaps yesterday, 11-1. Reynaldo Lopez, kind of struggles, but Spencer Schwellenbach was superb. And Ian Anderson, speaking of superb, boy, did he make up for his average start to open up spring training. 3 hitless innings back on Friday.
Well,
Ian means business, sir.
Okay. That's not what you said the day he pitched the first time.
I was a little bit worried about him.
I know. Okay. Again, I
find Granholm came in. They doubled up. They both meant business on Friday. So the back end of this rotation, solid, Dimino. Very solid, it seems, based on that outing. Now, next outing, maybe it'll change. I don't know.
I was in a room with you like a little over a week ago when that didn't seem to be the case with you. Let's just let it play out a little bit.
No, I did not. Now, I did not, in all fairness, we're the show of honesty, did not feel the same way about Ian Anderson's start as I do about Sean Murphy in general. I was just a little bit concerned. I said, it's only one start. I understand that.
No, you hate Sean Murphy.
But he's got to be better. There's just something
You're
about...
just iffy on Ian Anderson.
Yeah, I'm like Rob Riggle in Step Brothers, and he may feel the same way about me should he look at me because he doesn't look at anybody ever, Sean Murphy, but there's just something about his face that aggravates me. And his oblique and his rib and his inability to hit.
Guess what?
And at times play defense.
I'm going to tell you something else when he comes back from this one. He's a catcher in Major League Baseball. There's going to be something else. Now, does he get something else after he's played well, or does he get something else after he hasn't played well and we have to hear about the broken rib?
You want to hear Snit talking to the team to open spring training? It's the Braves Facebook series, and they captured this, the video and the audio.
I said in my media after the last game when we got beat and eliminated in San Diego that I can't wait to get to spring training, and I'm in it. I mean, everybody, I was tired, beat up, all you want to do is sleep. But I swear to God, I said that because I said I can't wait to get down there with the team that we have that's healthy, to get all our guys back. I couldn't wait to get here this year to start this quest again.
Like Mark Bowman, he knows better than that. Why did he say that?
Then Sean Murphy broke his rib.
And it's going to be somebody else. You do know that who you thought was going to be the 26-man roster is not going to be the 26-man roster getting on a plane going to San Diego.
It always works that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. My guess is, whatever today is, March whatever, somebody else who you thought was going to be on a plane going to San Diego is not going to be on a plane to San Diego.
Yeah, March the 3rd, a little over 3 weeks until opening day. Hopefully Austin Riley will be healthy and ready to roll. Cracked a home run yesterday. He hit just 256 last year. Full season averages of 286, 36 home runs and 99 RBIs. I heard Buck talking about him a little bit during his program, the Buck Belue Show, weekdays 10 to 11. He looks a little bit slimmed down. Now, that was his first home run, maybe his first hit of spring training. That doesn't mean anything. He's healthy, and that's all you want at this point from Austin Riley.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what the season's going to be. I don't know what kind of hitter. I don't know where they're going to hit him. I don't know what they're going to tell you. Look, some guys just say, wherever I hit, I'm the same guy. Other guys will tell you, where you put me in a lineup will determine a little bit of how I go attack the day.
It seems like he'll be in the 2-hole to start the season. That's how it looks.
That's a could be. That's a could be. Brian Snicker wrote down a bunch of lineups. He knew Ronald Acuna wasn't going to be there. So you then go, oh, we got Profar. Let me do this lineup. Let me do that lineup. Is it going to be situational, lefty or righty? Yeah, it could be. I do know this. Orlando Arce is supposed to hit ninth, and if I'm going to score as many runs as I would like to, he needs to get on base. Sean Murphy, wherever the hell he was going to hit, I don't have to worry about him for 4 to 6 weeks. Let's see how he heals. By the way, he's still young. I'm not telling you a broken rib is an easy thing. It's painful. It stinks. But he's not 50. I was 61 when I broke my ribs. I don't know. Get in your car, drive to work, do your job. That's all.
It's a little more complex if you're a major league catcher. My biggest concern.
Do you understand that I sit at that computer for hours on end? You think that's comfortable with a broken rib?
It's not. No, I can assure you
I did some of those mornings standing up.
I know.
You got to do what you got to do to get ready to go to work, brother.
As we say, not all heroes.
I ain't on that long-term disability stuff.
Like I said, big picture, my concern is, much like last year, this will be the built-in excuse for another off-season from Sean Murphy. Not as in baseball's off-season, but an off-season as in you can't hit all over again.